Hey guys, we are back. It is the Daily Chill for July 2nd. We got KB in the building. We got Major in the building. We got Birdie in the building. Bunch of friends for the 4th of July extravaganza. Shout out to the U.S. Army, always holding it down. Let's start with baseball. Exciting news, and I knew I had to bring Chris Verdi on to talk about this.
I heard.
The boys are back in the Bronx. We see Garrett Cole pitching against players. We see Aaron Judge up there hitting the ball. Thoughts and excitement level?
Cautiously optimistic. I'm very happy they're there. It's so nice to see them in the stadium. Garrett Cole was throwing off the mound. Aaron Boone was taking Instagram videos in the middle of the field. Judge was hitting. It's a beautiful sight. I think they're doing a good job the way they have this all set up from what I know so far. Players got there yesterday. They're starting to do work. From what I hear, things are going well at the moment. I'm cautiously optimistic, but they're in the stadiums, and it's a beautiful sight. We're another step closer.
Yeah, I'll swing it over to KB, who is the other Yankees fan. Before we get to the Met fan, I don't know if we're going to be able to go into the stadium probably all year, but just the fact that the guys are in the building, want to hear your thoughts.
I mean, first of all, the excitement of getting to see men in baseball uniforms again. I mean, men in baseball pants. That is what I've been missing this summer, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Summer is starting once those men's butts go into those baseball pants. Girls around the world cheer.
While they're slapping.
That's a hot take, Major.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to be objectified on a Thursday for sure. I mean, no, but yeah, I mean, as the one guy that is from the Bronx, but I'm not a Met fan here. I love to see it. It is quite. The Yankees are our backbone in the borough, so it's really dope to see. It is kind of a bummer not to be going into the stadium, even not going to city or whatever. But I'm really how Vert is kind of cautiously optimistic. I'm a little optimistic that maybe we'll be able to get some booth action going on as we go along. Hopefully, fingers crossed, but baseball feels like it's a little bit back, and it's now summer is kind of feeling like it's a little bit more of a summer too. So you gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shout out to 4th of July weekend. It is 4th of July weekend. I don't know. I can't do the 1776, 2020 minus 1776. It's like 250 years old. We're still growing as a nation. Clearly, things need to get better, but it's still America. We still are number one in sports, and that's what we do on the Sports Chill. We do sports. Getting over to Mr. Roger Goodell and his negotiations with DeMaurice Smith and the NFLPA, the Players Union just wants to get rid of the preseason altogether. They had enough. Verdi, fill us in on this.
Yeah, normally 4 preseason games, people know those get big ratings nowadays just because it's football. They've already cut it down to 2. And now the Players Association is pushing for 0 preseason games. They say we just want to train on our own, we'll scrimmage, and then go right into the season. And I can't blame them. No players like the preseason games. I mean, let's face it, they're only worth it to see what the undrafted free agents and what the young guys can bring to the table. So for veterans, it's meaningless to begin with. I want to see them take every caution possible. I want them to start playing actual games in September. And if it's the safer way to knock out the entire preseason, we're not losing anything. Another thing that's going to happen too, normally NFL teams, when they open training camp, they can have as many as 90 players between whoever they drafted, undrafted free agents, guys they sometimes bring in off the street, come try out. This year, it's going to be lower, 75 to 80, open they're saying. So each camp is going to have less people to begin with. I guess if you take every little caution, it's going to add up in the end. So I like what they're doing to try to get out there in September. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, so we had Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser saying that they don't think that the season's going to be even completed. I also have that take. I don't think that I don't know how you can just tackle guys and get on top of them and beat them down without getting corona, especially when there's 75 guys in a locker room. It's a lot more difficult than playing baseball and tagging someone than legitimately wanting to murder them. So I'm gonna say that I'm not very optimistic. Major, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I guess we'll see what we get accomplished with these leagues initially with the baseball and basketball. I feel like football is people don't need to even be worrying about that right now. I know they are kind of like having a wait and see approach, but let's worry about getting some baseball, getting like a test of like I said, some of these booths. That might be a situation that the NFL wants to do. Have this stadium at half capacity. Let's see if we could finish one of these seasons. And right now, I believe the NFL will start. But if we get hit with a second wave, then it's going to be a bad look having it stop up like somewhere in around Christmas or something like that. So you would hate to see that. But I mean, I think the NFL is content on actually starting and then figuring it out. And I guess like these leagues starting and finishing will go a long way with that as well. So
yeah, all right. I'll get out of the depressing parts of the news. We had to get that out there. I know that we don't want to talk about this stuff, but it's the only thing that we really should be talking about. I mean, everybody wants to see hockey back. Everybody wants to see basketball back. Football, I guess, is, in September. I'll take that. We'll change the energy. Let's wake up. Let's talk something else. I think we got hot dog eating competition on the horizon here. I don't know if I think Verdi has a story to tell about the great one, Kobayashi, if I'm not mistaken.
ESPN made a great movie. The good, the bad, the hungry. It's about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. I watched it. Plug for them. It was a good movie. They do a good job with those. Always entertained by it. Joey Chestnut going for the 13-time championship. But I got to give a shout out, my man, Takeru Kobayashi. Came here in 2001. He saw the other professional eaters. He said, I've never seen people this big in my life. They don't make them this big in Japan. What's going on? The heads of the contest were saying, well, we heard about him in Japan. Maybe if he could eat like 30, 31, that'd be a big deal. My man put up a 50 spot. They didn't even have enough cards with the number of hot dogs to do that, cross out and write it on a piece of printer paper.
Wait. So, Bert, Randazzo, KB, you guys have all seen this? Am I like the only one that this is a Verdi?
No, this is a story that Verdi told me yesterday. He's like, you gotta see it.
I will see it. It's a great thing. And
wait, so Vert, this is like a movie that ESPN recreated, like they actor playing Kobayashi and all that.
It's a documentary style.
Oh, it's documentary style. All right.
Yeah, they're talking and he put the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on the map. I'm gonna say Joey Chestnut is our man. We're gonna go for the American. He brought the glory back. But my man Takeru Kobayashi put it on another level.
For sure.
He brought eating to the mainstream. He made it a real fun competition.
Yeah.
And you know what? He said he felt bad in that movie because once Joey Chestnut started winning, all the Americans went for Joey Chestnut. Well, rightfully so, but he felt unwelcome. Takeru, we're always welcome here. We love you back in the competition. I hope they do that someday. He took it to new heights.
Is the competition out? Is the competition out this year?
It's still gonna be going. Yeah,
All right.
I don't think they're gonna have the fan base there, but they're gonna put it on TV.
That's gonna be weird. That's gonna be
It's
weird.
indoors. It's indoors, less competitors, and they're going to be socially distanced placed.
Yeah, because if you know that competition, it's always just like a spitty mess. You know,
Yeah.
I think Kobayashi has that wiggle that, there's always some things going on. And back in the day, shout out Kobayashi too, because he had a true life back in the day. That was tough. MTV did a really good job with that and showed him how he like migrated over here.
Mhm.
So, I would love to see him go heads up, and maybe reclaim that crown one day. But shout out Joey Chestnut too. USA, we're gonna take it home again.
Yeah,
It's become our competition.
like other sports, contracts get in the way. Really took the fun out of it that he wasn't competing. That's a whole story. People can watch the movie, but shout out to him. I hope he's gonna come back and compete someday. But you know what? Hey, Joey, go get number 13. I'd love to
Go get
see
it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not watching the hot dog eating competition, how could you not? There's nothing going on. I mean, actually, some people actually might be at the beach and have lives. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to be stuck to the glue right there. Might be eating hot dogs while the competition is going on. We'll see about that. I'm a Kobayashi stan. I like him more than Joey Chestnut. So I am in the Joey Chestnut. He's all right. I would love to see him lose this year. And 13's an unlucky number anyway. So I don't know. I don't really love to. I don't want to see it.
Train. Let me tell you, they train. This dude's got a piece of plastic in his mouth, going like training like his jaw muscles to go. It's another level of human being.
That is just fucking.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they go hard, man. They go hard. This is a sport. This is a sport.
All right.
It's a sport.
And I'm glued too. I'm glued too. I can't. There's been nothing. This might as well be an NBA Finals game. I am locked in on this.
All right.
100%.
So then we're gonna have to bet on it, and we'll just take.
Let's do it.
Just pick the guy who's the second favorite. Shout out to Kobayashi. Krista, final thoughts on the hot dog eating competition?
I mean, this is the Super Bowl of the sports show. I mean, what gets better than this?
It's a fact.
Fair. I mean, yeah, that's a take right
We got to
now.
get you in this one day. I mean, I know you do the single hot dog thing, but
I don't know.
people want you in.
When they dunk the hot dog in the water, they lose me completely. I'm out on that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just eat like 10 regular ones.
Yeah.
No, and one other thing I
discovered, the warm water, it soaks the water up faster than the cold water, so it's got to be warm water.
And we've been looking at hot dogs sponsored, and I'm here to say it. Ballpark Franks, you're chopped. Absolutely chopped.
Oh, no.
The middle comes open too much. Not good for the grill. You are chopped. Nathan's is my number one right now. I'm looking into Sabret. There's the Coney Island dog that we're supposed to be talking about. But Ballpark Frank, you stink. You absolutely stink.
Damn, there goes that sponsor. Shout out Michael Jordan too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if Jordan does it anymore, but
no. You know what? Jordan's just trying to get his paper. Hot dog is a delicacy for me.
Man.
I have a hot take on this. I like when you grill the hot dog and like the casing breaks a little bit. I don't like when you bite into it, it like snaps. That skeeves me out.
No, of course not. You always go grilled to the bone.
I like when it breaks a little bit. I like that.
No, Ballpark Franks don't break a little bit. They break a lot. They are out of control breaking, and I can't handle it. I can't. A little bit of a break, absolutely. And we're not any mob, but a full break. I had 16 ballparks I had to get through. I hated it. So I'm just trying to save the people here.
Go for papaya dog in the city.
Oh my God!
Seinfeld.
Fucking love that place.
All right, let's get back on topic. Speaking of, KB has a couple of things to talk about. I mean, it's always a special. The girls, shout out to the other girls. They're out. I don't know whether they're out on a yacht or at a beach or hanging out with family. They're always killing it. We are Pro Thoughts for life. So anybody out there, Just keep on killing it, girls. KB topics. Let's hear it.
Okay. So I actually, in the spirit of the 4th of July, brought 3 trivia questions
Oh God.
about just the United States.
Okay.
All right. Maybe the history. We have 1 current. Okay. First, this is my personal favorite. I'm going to lead with a strong one. One of the presidents is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Which president do you think it is? We'll start with James.
Oh man, I have no. Maybe Jimmy Carter. That's my guess. Jimmy Carter.
No. Verdi.
Is it Donald because he took down Vince McMahon?
No. Major.
One of the Bushes have to be in there. A Bush.
Nope.
No Bush. Oh man.
No.
All right.
Yeah, edit that out, Luke. I'm sorry.
Not the entertain. Nah.
Don't say
So-
Reagan.
So this president won 299 out of his 300 fought wrestling matches, and it is Abraham Lincoln.
What?
Oh,
Wait, no
I
way.
was
Abe?
thinking more. Wow.
Wow.
Wrestling
Yeah.
Hall of Fame, Abe Lincoln.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Incredible.
What did he wrestled in college or something? Like what?
I didn't go into I just saw
all right,
Abe Lincoln is in the
Stat-
wrestling
we're
hall.
gonna have to get Sandy at the stats department to check that one.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. Next
That's
question.
intense.
Okay. The first U.S. Olympic Summer Games was held in 1904. Which city hosted the first? I'm going to start with Major this time.
What city hosted? Wow. Summer Olympics? Was it Georgia? I don't know. We did Atlanta already in '96. I don't know. I have no clue.
These are
All right.
tough.
I have no clue. Lake
New
Placid?
York. Pete, New York.
Nope. And it's not Lake Placid, but that was a good guess.
It's a winter.
Birdie?
A winter.
Philadelphia.
Nope. St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow. All right.
Good sports
All right,
town.
we're learning facts. Can anybody name every president? There's no way.
No.
There's no. Okay. All right.
Does
I'm
anyone
I mean,
does
if we
anyone
took
else have
time,
a favorite
I mean,
president?
favorite
If we
president.
took time to do it, we could maybe knock them off the board, but I don't know. Not in a row.
My favorite president, I think, is John F. Kennedy. I was a big John F. Kennedy guy. R.I.P. Gone too soon. But I like John F. Kennedy because he was kind of like a playboy and he was doing his thing. So that's my pick right there.
Yeah, I like JFK. It's a really cool name. Obviously, he's still imprinted all over us. He's all around us. But obviously, the obvious choice is Obama. If you guys want to insert black joke, or I did like Bill Clinton before the scandal. Clinton, it was such a nice time in the '90s. Golden era. You know what I mean? So I really but before Clinton broke my heart.
Bill
You know what I
playing
mean?
the saxophone.
Yeah, he played the saxophone. He was real present in March Madness. I remember one year. Just seemed like a cool dude. He was on The Simpsons. You know what I mean? Bill, you broke our hearts, man. I used to love you, man. I used to love you. I still kind of like you, Bill. I still kind of like you.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Chappaqua, New York.
I kind of like the name. I don't know. Again, I don't really I researched some history, but Andrew Garfield. Love the name Garfield. Played president was
Really good show. It was a really good show.
Lasagna for days.
Garfield, great name.
All
Doesn't
right,
get
do you have
enough
any other
credit
questions?
for the name.
Okay. My personal favorite president is Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy.
In the third grade, we were all allowed to dress up as a historical figure. So all the girls came as, maybe Sacagawea or Amelia Earhart. I showed up dressed as Teddy Roosevelt with full mustache and a brown suit.
That's amazing.
Wow.
We need pictures of that.
Let's get
We need pictures
that.
of
We
that.
definitely do. We definitely do.
It's actually-
If I can
Yes.
find them.
That has to be documented somewhere. Like that seems like history. If not,
Yeah, literally.
That's,
All right, last trivia. There was a study of the happiest state based on emotional health, income level, social connectivity, and sports participation. Guesses on the happiest state in America.
Wisconsin.
It's probably Massachusetts because they've won like 15 friggin' championships in the last 15 years.
Yeah, I have to say, just on that, when it's a sports participation, I'm not really sure it's that their sport teams do really well. I think it's that like people partake in sports.
I'm going to say it's the happiest state is one that's not connected to any of the others. It's either Hawaii or Alaska.
All right.
It is not.
Happiest. Iowa.
No.
All right. Is it Midwest?
It's Midwest or West. I think it might be just technically West.
Texas?
No. Major?
Oregon?
Texas is the South, dude. Just the what was
Wyoming.
it called? West. Is it maybe Colorado?
It's Utah.
Utah.
Wow.
Well, they're all freaks out there with the cowbells.
Shout out to BYU.
Yeah. Shout
BYU.
out.
The Jazz are a staple.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Utah.
Great job. Love the topics. Love the questions. We didn't know any of them, but we got through it. We got
Learned a
through
lot today. Learned a lot.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July weekend. Ronnie Mack just like throws me energy all the time. I'm ready to eat some hot dogs, but we still got to do a top 3.
Top five.
Shout out KB. We're doing ice cream topics, ice cream truck, things on the truck. I don't know the order. So, super producer Luke, can we get an order for the top 3?
I was just about to butt in there. Here's going to be the order for today. We're going to go with Major, then Coach, then Verdi, then KB.
All right.
All right. So we I'm just gonna give my 1, right?
Yeah,
And
you got to give
we're
your
going
one.
off the truck. I gotta keep it childhood favorite. I think we talked a little wrestling, so that Hulk Hogan ice cream. Wow.
Clearly, and I knew it didn't matter who was going to go. I knew that was going to go number 1, and Major, you made the right choice.
Yeah. It's like drafting Peyton Manning.
Yeah, you can't pass it. It's
Can't go wrong.
impossible. That cookie.
Yeah, so
And they're selling it. They're selling it in stores. I haven't gotten a box, but they're selling them.
I heard this was rumored that they were coming back. Are they
They're
back?
back. They're back. Shout out my
That's
cousins.
not-
They send them in the group chats. They make
That's
fun.
not safe.
Like, oh, you can't get these. I'm like, where are they?
Many of
Whatever.
them.
I need the Hulk Hogan ice cream back in my life.
Oh
I'm
my
actually on that for the 4th. Thanks for reminding me.
wow, honestly, yeah.
Top pick.
I'm heartbroken that I had second pick and I didn't get
Yep.
that. All right, I'm gonna go staple. You're talking cookies. I'm talking cookies. We're going with the Chip Witch. The Chip Witch is a staple. It's good. It's safe. I had to go with it there. I didn't think it was gonna come back to me.
Yeah,
Safe.
Chip Witch is always solid. I'm gonna go with, you know what I always like that specifically I think of off the ice cream truck. It's a little more of the basic old school one, the toasted almond pop.
Wow. Okay.
The outside layer, the toasted almond foot.
Fire.
Solid, and that's ice cream truck right there.
Yeah, that's an easy win. That's
I'm
a
gonna
W.
That's a W. Yeah.
I'm gonna go first up a screwball. I loved those. I was always like, I liked, like an ice pop kind of thing. And what's more exciting than a piece of gum at the bottom of your ice cream?
I don't know. That seems like a 3rd rounder to me.
It's a double snack. It's a
I
double snack.
get killed for every single time I pick a bad one. So I don't know. I'm not feeling. I think that was a reach. I think it was a reach in the first
Wow.
time.
KB's reach. She knows what
We
she
took
wants.
some good ones. So
Okay. I'm going to go second. This was actually my personal, every time there was an ice cream truck near me, I got a Choco Taco.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's.
took mine. She took mine.
Yeah,
Took mine. It's also
Lot
a
of
really
broken
good
hearts.
college snack. It's in every college, really, in the freezer. You know, those things will keep you alive some nights. So, Choco Taco, shout out. We love you.
All
Send
right.
us a box.
Whose turn is it?
Yeah, another one. I'm gonna. It's going back to me. Do you remember the Snoopy Pop?
Of course.
Yeah.
It was a vanilla and chocolate bar, just Snoopy's face smiling. Very bad kid, loves love peanuts. You know, over the summer, you're thinking good times with it. Snoopy bar, best
I'm not-
chocolate flavor, perfect.
I'm not gonna lie. I was at the beach today, and they had a Snoopy Pop at the
Amazing.
ice cream truck.
Wow.
Love it.
Wow.
Gotta grab that.
Yeah, that's a flex too. All right. I'm
Casual
deciding
beach
between
day on
two.
Thursday.
I'm deciding between two, and I'm kind of nervous.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go here with the strawberry shortcake
Yeah. Yep.
pop. I mean,
Yep. That
I
can go.
don't want to risk my third round pick. I don't know if it's going to get back to me. You know, I don't. We'll wait on it. Strawberry shortcake, one of the best in the game. Love it at the end of the second round. Really can get behind that pick.
Not a personal favorite.
Of course not.
See what
Of course
Majors
not.
got too.
Of course not.
What do I do? Two now?
Yeah.
I have to go just vanilla cone, soft serve, sprinkles, obviously. Just strong. You know,
New York City.
it works every time. You know what I mean? You actually, when you see the truck, you think of it. You're like, I'm getting, and then maybe a picture might sway you. But
Mr.
just
Soft,
classic
like Larry
cone.
David, Mr. Softy. Yeah, in the
For
city.
sure. And then this third one is a little tough. I might, you know what? I might just have to go with, because I'm a mint ice cream lover. I might just have to go mint ice cream shake. You know, I might have to do that if I'm feeling like, you know, a little desperate and I kind of want to shake. They're always very expensive, but you know, you cross your fingers and hope they knock it out the park. You know what I mean?
I don't know what fancy ice cream truck you're going to. Getting
No,
them.
listen, Mr. Softy has shakes.
Yeah, hey, they do.
Mr. Softy has
Producer
shakes.
Luke, Producer Luke, is this good? Is this one good, Producer Luke?
I'm checking out the Mr. Softy website right now. Yeah, I think they do have shakes.
They do.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
They do those city ice cream trucks.
Me-
But that's in
Yeah.
James' defense. Good humor did not,
Yeah.
and that is what we had.
I'm a Mr. Softy guy, so
All right.
you know,
Respect.
sometimes I have to check out those shakes, and
All right.
they used to hit. So
All right. So I'm up. And I'm happy it came back to me. It might be a little bit debated, but I'm gonna be going with the king cone, the drumstick.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah.
Got the chocolate at the bottom. I think that, you know what, I'm really proud of myself today. I think my picks were really on point there. Wow, I'm just proud of myself right now. I consider myself one of the luckiest mans on the face of the earth right now.
sure.
Something that reminds me of being a kid, and it's just like, it was good. I'm not gonna say it was like my favorite. There might have been ones I like better anyway. Do you remember the Micro Pops?
Oh, like the ones that are like the little balls?
Red,
Yeah,
white,
those
and
were
blue
great.
ball.
Yeah.
It was like right before Dippin' Dots was like a real
I
thing.
actually
They had
loved
this,
those. That's
and
a
as a
strong
kid, you're so fascinated by it. It's like the little ball together. You know what? We're going off the rails here.
First century. This is first
Micro
century.
Pops.
This is first century Dippin' Dots you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popsicle made it. It was in the Good Humor trucks. It was red, white, and blue. Little ball. It was right. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, anything that spawned Dippin' Dots, it needs to be mentioned. So that's strong by you, Bert. That's strong. Like that has to be mentioned. Because Dippin' Dots
reminds me of being a kid. You know, it's just
Dippin' Dots is on the Mount Rushmore of ice cream things. Like it just is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Fire.
That really actually really brought me back to as a kid, because
Right.
that's not even one I remembered
Yeah.
like on the truck, but that just wow.
Yep.
Strong. I have to give a shout out to James. King Cone, I still buy boxes of them. To the day, if I ever want ice cream, there's usually a King Cone box in my freezer. Amazing pick.
Still strong.
It is 4th of July weekend, and I knew no one else was going to think of this, so I saved it. Perfect way to end it. The second I found out I was going 3rd, I was like, fourth. I was like, gotta end it with a firecracker.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Somebody had
mean,
to say, well done.
incredible, I mean, let alone considering, but an incredible popsicle. Love it.
Classic.
Yeah, that's good. No, that's a red, white, and blue. You love to see it. I'm surprised nobody said the SpongeBob pop because I know if Ronnie Mac was on,
Yeah.
and he would be going with the SpongeBob pick.
It is really good.
It is. It's pretty good, but I'm a chocolate guy through and through. So
They also had the Super Mario where his nose was the gumball.
Yeah.
Tweety.
That's a class. I just went with Snoopy as my character pop.
Snoopy was strong.
There's a lot out there. Yeah, they had Ninja Turtles was classic. The Ninja Turtle
wow.
pop.
Now you're really bringing me back because I remember that gum at the end.
Yeah.
Even like
You remember the
even like a
baseball
classic.
glove? It was a baseball glove. And the
Baseball
ball was
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Strong.
Yeah.
This is extra credit right here. This is extra.
Yeah, this is.
But no, yeah, that even like an ice cream sandwich. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with that.
Yeah. There's no hating on that.
Classics.
If you have 2 ice cream sandwiches or 3, maybe 4, get it to 5 or 6.
Game over.
You never know. And then, all right, I think that's it. Final thoughts, anyone?
I said cautiously optimistic before. We're hoping, we're praying that we're going to get sports. Meredith Morakovitz interviewed Hal Steinbrenner earlier. He said that he thought they might have fans in the stadium this season, 10 to 15,000. Now,
What?
wait a second. We're going to take that with a grain of salt. All right, we're going to hope that they get out there.
Tell me this at the end of the show?
But in an interview with Meredith, the people saw our girl Meredith, we love her, from the Yes Network, interviewed the boss, Hal, and he said that he thinks, and I think he's being optimistic, that you'll see fans in the stadium in the range of 10 to 15,000 possibly. Let's hope and pray, but I want them to get out there first. And
oh, my God.
I'll have that exact final thought. I did say that. I think if they can get the fans in these stadiums, it will serve as a nice template for the NFL. And you know what? We need to be the first to have a sports chill box if they let us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We need to have a nice little quarantine 10 to 12, and for that day, whatever Mets game, you know, we got to throw our hats in there. Because that's going to be special if they allow people in.
Yeah. If there's fans allowed into the stadium, game over. Absolutely game over. They better run and hide. Any of the haters that we have, there's only a few because we're not that prominent yet. But any of the haters that are there, if we get into the stadium this year, you can expect to fire it up, get up and cheer because there's only 60 games and I'm ready to run through a freaking wall right now. Wow. That is news to end the show. KB, final thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, final thoughts. I'm just so excited to get to be part of the 4th of July edition of the Daily Chill. Absolute incredible episode.
Great crew.
And
Love everyone.
I will see everyone watching tomorrow. No, Saturday. Watching
It feels like a Friday.
Eating some
the hot dog eating contest. I mean, I'll see you guys there.
Absolutely.
USA.
Do it.
Sportschill.com. Fire, fire, fire.
Go USA.
Go.